got the little man, you got the big man, and you got the bigger man.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Nitro Maniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited, coming at you on a Saturday night, a Sunday night, talking about Saturday night. It's Sunday, not Saturday. Saturday was last night. We're talking about Saturday night. In fact, we're talking about Saturday night's main event. It had another special the last night on NBC, and so breaking it all down here on the channel. I'm Kellen Nitro. Welcome to Nitro Maniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited, like I said, and I'm going to bring him in. It looks like we got our special guest again on the line. It's Rey Mysterio. There we go. How you doing?
Doing great, Kellen. Doing great.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Yes.
This is the third time I've been on the show, and also the third time I haven't been on the show.
Yes, exactly. So it's great to have you.
But I promise you, third time's a charm. I'm going to be here for the whole show.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Right on. Cool. So we're talking Saturday night's main event. What did you think of the entirety of the show last night?
I mean, it's always a great opportunity to be on network television, especially on a prime network like NBC. Get a lot of more exposure. And apparently also because a lot of our content is on NBC Peacock. So,
yeah.
I mean, with the actual show as a whole, I love the retro look. I love the setup. It does have a house show kind of vibe to it. But I think it was a good show overall. It was a good showing by the company as a whole.
Yeah, of course. You mentioned Peacock, a lot of it on Netflix. It's kind of a weird relationship with the Peacock, NBC, Netflix kind of melding together right now at the moment. So, and
especially with the international rights in different countries, it's on different platforms. In America, it's on a different platform. So
I think we could watch it up here in Canada on YouTube. That's how strange it was. I think they were just streaming it on YouTube, much like this pod stream is tonight. So,
oh wow, it wasn't really on NBC.
We do get NBC up here, but some people cut the cord, years ago, so they're just watching online, right?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Not the most legal way, but
no, I understand.
I understand. People want to watch the show,
They've got to catch it. It's a great property. So, feel free to throw your go for it. Sorry,
I was just gonna say. I mean, people are interested and they want to watch the show, whether legally or illegally. It's all things are positive, really.
All right on. Well, feel free to comment wherever you're watching this. We're streaming out live onto Facebook and on YouTube and on my Instagram as well tonight at Kellen Nitro Instagram. So feel free to throw your comments and questions wherever there for myself and Rey Mysterio, filling in for Mr. TL. By the way, Mr. TL is going to be upset. He's missed you again. This is 3 or 4 shows in a row.
I know, but luckily, he gave me access to his house again. I'm in his lovely bar. I've taken some product. We have here is a sun brew.
Oh, okay. Corona sun brew.
Very nice. 0%. Yes. 0%. Got to keep it sober while you're on the show.
Yes.
So we're going to crack this open at some point here.
I've actually tried that one before. It's not bad.
I've never tried it. I've never tried it. I hope it's good.
As non-alcoholic beers go, it's not bad.
Okay, I look forward to trying it.
Yes, exactly. So,
and also look forward to getting to the show. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We're going to get into it. So, Saturday night's main event, taking place from the Frostbank Center in San Antonio, Texas. So, home of I almost said Dallas Stars. No, it's the San Antonio
Spurs,
the NBA team. Spurs, yes.
San Antonio Spurs.
The Spurs, yes.
I almost said
Texans, but no.
You've got all your Texas
I know. I got all my teams mixed up there, yeah.
Now, this isn't usually the venue or the spot that we go to.
Yeah.
When we ride into San Antonio.
You're going to the Alamo Dome a lot.
That's right. We go to the Alamo Dome. One of my favorite places to work.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
How come? What's the particulars on?
Always a hot crowd, a lot of history there.
Okay, fair enough. Remember the '97 Rumble with all the luchadors making their appearance and Terry Funk for some odd reason, but
Yeah, that was a big moment for Lucha Libre. That was a
Yes.
really big moment.
Exactly, because there's like heavy metal and Latin Lover and
Of course.
I can't remember who else. There's quite a few of yous that were there. So, Mil Mascaras. How can I forget Mil Mascaras? Of course.
Of course, one of the greatest of all time, Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what we do on the show all the time is I'm just going to summon Undertaker at the bottom of the screen is the Nitro Maniac TV's Undertaker with all the news and notes from last night's Saturday night's main event.
This is the third time you've done that, and it scared the shit out of me every time. I just never expect it.
It's there and it's happening, and it's bright pink tonight. It's very pink.
That's okay. One of my favorites of all time is Bright Pink, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret Hart. Big Bret Hart.
So I dig it.
So, okay, well, maybe you can help me out with this off the top. So, off the top of the show, about the first 3 or 4 minutes of the show, I couldn't understand what was going on the cable TV because the SAP was stuck on. I could hear Spanish commentary, but not English commentary.
Oh my God. That happened to you too?
That happened to me. Yes.
Okay. I was on these headphones. My left side,
Yes.
I was hearing Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
The right side, I was hearing Michael Cole and Pat McAfee.
That's right. Yeah.
I thought
That's what I got too.
Wow, that happened.
It was worse through a
everywhere.
home theater system. Like I have a 5.1 surround sound, just the old school 5.1 that I watched the over on TV stuff.
Okay,
and
but
everything.
thank you for letting me know. I thought I was going local.
No, that's
That really happened to everybody.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Twitter discourse about it last night.
Wow.
Tons of Twitter discourse about it last night when it happened. So
okay, so that's real. They had both audio playing at the same time to begin the show. That
they
was
did.
so
Yeah, exactly. So, so Ted DiBiase in the house coming out of a limousine, and then Jesse and Joe Tessitore at the Okerlund position, as we found out it was named later on. They've renamed the platform for those shows the Okerlund position. So,
yes, they have, and I think it's been mentioned here on the show, not by me, by others. That is where Okerlund used to do his best work from, was just to the left of the stage of what is now the ramp in the stage.
It's also the infamous platform where Sherry, I guess, propositioned the Warrior at Royal Rumble. Anyone that we've got into on this podcast before, but
this podcast is famous for that.
Yes, it's a very infamous moment. We actually have it cut in the archives, and you can check out that chunk.
That really should be more of a viral moment than it is.
You know what? I think it's going to be. It's Rumble season. We have some viral moments around the Rumble off this channel too. One of our highest viewed videos is the rebooking that myself and Mr. Morehouse did about 3 years ago of the 01 Rumble. So there we go.
All right, sounds good. Sounds
Yes.
good. I've never met
Anyway.
Mr. Morehouse.
I had written down this at the beginning. I did not expect any titles to change hands tonight, and I think a lot of people were upset that none did. I was looking online on Twitter and so on, and I'm like, well, no, it's like I think in the entire history of the show, maybe the world title has changed hands once, and the IC title maybe twice. That's it.
And the last time the IC title was defended on Saturday night's main event, it changed hands from the Bulldog to Shawn Michaels.
Yes, in '92. Yeah, exactly. That's right. But
that was shortly after Bulldog won it from Bret Hart in Wembley in SummerSlam.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, let's start breaking down the matches here, Mr. 619, and we'll see what we go. We're gonna go ahead with the Raw Women's Championship was the opener. This was Rhea Ripley, the champion, defending against Nia Jax, and the runtime for this thing was. Did I lose it? Oh no, I lost my thingy. Hang on a second, I will find it. There we go. We got it there. So the runtime for this one was 9 minutes and 25 seconds, with Rhea Ripley defeating Nia Jax via pinfall with the Riptide. Pretty good opener, pretty solid opener. I thought that it was a good introductory match, a really hot introductory match. Would be in place on any Raw episode, any SmackDown episode, even too, as an opener. I think it was in that spot, and it feels like it was good in that spot. That's it, because the Rhea Nia thing we saw last year. It was reminded to us. It was built around the whole Elimination Chamber thing and Perf, and that's what was between Rhea and Nia. So this was kind of a rehash of the same deal. And yeah, again, you don't expect Nia to take the belt off of Rhea right away, but there we go. So,
I mean, I don't like to pull back the curtain too much.
I'll pull it back.
I mean,
on this show, you can pull it back all the way, so it's all good.
Well, I can't pull it back all the way because clearly I wear a mask for a living.
Well, I mean,
with that being said, I mean, let's pull the curtain back a little bit. I feel a little good here. I got my brew, you know.
You got
so we can pull back the curtain a little bit here. This might be the first time that the women have opened the Saturday night's main event.
I can confirm that. Just 1 second here. I really believe so. Yes. Under this iteration, yes,
absolutely,
because Drew and Sammy were the opener back in December.
Okay,
and then I am looking at even the first ones, and they never had the women open on the first ones. Like we're talking like the Wendy Richter.
Well, they wouldn't have, because I'll give you a bit of a history lesson here.
Yeah. So this is the first time ever that the women opened. So
right, and I think it's a big deal. I don't know if it's ever been put out there, but it is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Back when Saturday Night's Main Event first started on NBC,
yes,
as a fill-in for when Saturday Night Live would go on break for a couple of weeks, and they get their time slot there.
Yeah,
your biggest match, the actual main event, went out first on those shows.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't save it to the end because they knew by the end a lot of people had already gone to sleep. The show had petered off. Yep. The ratings would usually take a dip. It would start hot, and then they wouldn't save their best for last.
Yes.
So, yeah, you wouldn't have seen a lot of women's matches to open Saturday night's main event early on. Only during maybe the Women's Revolution, mid-10s, early 10s, if they were doing Saturday night's main event back then.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you would have seen a Charlotte Flair, a Sasha Banks, a Bayley, a Becky Lynch, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The Bellas.
Yeah.
But this match to open up Saturday night's main event, easily the best match on the card.
We'll see from the poll. We had the
no. Take it from me.
Okay.
Take it from me.
Okay.
It's the best match on the card.
It's the best match on your card. Okay.
It was hard hitting. It was fast paced. You did kind of know that the title wouldn't change hands, but with Nia Jax, there's always a possibility.
Right.
She is that kind of wild card in there that at any point they can just give her the belt.
Yeah.
Have the baby face kind of chase after Nia Jax because it's always fun to watch her lose.
Yeah.
So they could have thrown that curveball in there. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
And also, this is the closest anything with the Mysterio on the show. This is Dom's ex.
How do you feel with Dom's ex being more successful than Dom? That's because
I mean, me and her have a lot of bad blood. I don't know if it's ever been cleared up. I've never spoken to her.
Mm-hmm.
These days, I think I like her more than Dom.
A lot of people do. You're not in the minority. Yes.
That's the first time I've ever heard that in my life.
All right. Well, our next contest on there, they just kept rapid firing these matches, which is great. So we saw the legend of Medusa is in the house. Same with Mark Henry as well, because it's Texas.
A lot of Texas legends. They had Dory Funk Jr.
Dory Funk Jr. was there. Yes, exactly. Along with Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the very first Royal Rumble winner back in '88.
Michelle McCool.
Yes. Yeah. And it's just been star-studded. They've had stars at every WWE show since the launch on this Netflix thing, because there's Matthew freaking McConaughey on SmackDown on Friday.
He's a long time.
Did you set that up, Ray? Or?
I didn't set that up, actually. I didn't. I don't know if you know this, but Matthew McConaughey is a long time wrestling fan.
Yes, of course.
Are you sure you know about that?
No, I think that's legit. I think he is a long-time wrestling fan because he's showed up ringside before for WWE.
He's even told stories. He used to sit in, I forget which part of Texas it was, but I think it was World Class Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, so he was in the Dallas territory. So you would have watched the Von Erichs and
the Von Erichs, that's right.
That ilk right there. So
he said he used to throw rotten tomatoes at one of the heels. Skandar Akbar, I think his name was.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Yep.
He used to throw rotten tomatoes at him.
Skandar Akbar.
Yep. When he was a teenager, he used to throw rotten tomatoes at that Skandar Akbar.
Devastation Incorporated. Yes, exactly.
There you
That
go.
was
I mean, he's a long-time
exactly.
wrestling fan. To see him on SmackDown, it's such a privilege.
Yeah, exactly. So, the IC title on the line next as we went after commercial to this match. It was Sheamus versus Braun Breaker, the champion, and the ring time, the match time for this thing was 11 minutes and 30 seconds, and Braun Breaker defeating Sheamus via pinfall. And it is a big spear and a 1-2-3 from Braun. There were some oh my god moments in this thing, which was really cool. First of all, Jesse the Body Ventura in the commentary booth with Cole and McAfee for this thing. He's absolutely lighting up Braun Breaker at the beginning. It made me laugh.
You know the line. I'm going to say it, though.
Go for it. I want to hear you say it.
He said the Braun Breaker's got everything going for him right now. The only thing he doesn't have going for him is that he's a Steiner. And what that means is 2 + 2 = 5.
Yes.
Brilliant. Oh, man, that took me back. That was
brilliant.
So funny. I laughed so hard when he said that. Wow.
Brilliant. Yep. So
I mean, it's also a badge of honor to get roasted by Jesse the Body.
Well, yeah, some of the best in the industry I've had it happen.
Yeah, of course. And usually he goes with the heels, but if he has a chance to take a jab, he's gonna take it.
I'm sure you remember I'm sure you remember the in the past the jabs that Jesse would take at one of your countrymen, Tito Santana, and during the golden era of the
he WWE. Was mean, man. He was mean. I know Mean Gene's got that title, but Jesse, you could call him mean too.
Mean Jesse Ventura?
Yeah. Absolutely. Also, during this broadcast, he wanted people to call him a governor, which I thought was hilarious too.
Yeah. Well, off the beginning, he was ripping into the governor of Texas, Governor Abbott, and, and the whole thing on. I thought we were on like Conspiracy Theory or one of his podcasts to begin.
Hey, with. He made it work. It was entertaining.
Yeah. Exactly, for sure. Oh my God. We're going, and he had a callback to this too, because don't forget, he was guest host on Monday Night Raw back in 2009 when Sheamus won that Battle Royal to get the World Heavyweight title shot, in which he ended up defeating Triple H, I think, at that year's TLC or something like that. It was a major pay-per-view.
Yeah, right, and he wouldn't stop mentioning it. He would not stop mentioning it.
It beat us over the head, but why not? You know, it's the body.
Well, he was there. He saw it.
He felt included, so it's all good. Man, yeah. the spear on the outside and Sheamus reversing him and throwing him into the timekeeper table. Like, these guys had a fight. It was good. This was a hard-hitting contest here. I thought that this one was a bit of a show stealer, in my opinion. I really dug this match for what it was, and Braun, keep the IC title on him at least through Mania, I think, and you're clear and good with that, because he's a guy that holds that belt really good. And Sheamus, I think the storyline now with Sheamus will be he might win the IC title, but it's got to be in a multi-man thing. I think that maybe at Mania, maybe there's like a fatal 4-way for the IC title or something like that, where it's shaping up to be.
Why would they do that?
Well, I think you take one wrestler and you put 3 other. No, just kidding. I think
I didn't ask how they do that. Pedro, I said, why would they do that?
Why would they do that? I don't know. That's the thing too. Is would you like to keep the belt on Braun for a while? I would. I'm in no rush to move it off of him.
Well, honestly, the big story is Sheamus going for his Intercontinental Championship.
Yes.
The same way John Cena trying to get his, I think it's 17th or 16th.
17th. He's trying to break Flair's record.
That's right. He's trying to break Flair's record, and
yeah,
that's more the story, more than Braun Breaker having the IC. He's young. He's got lots of time to put in.
Cena just needs a victory. It's been something like 4 years since his last television
singles victory. It was singles
victory.
He's had tag team victories.
Yes, but singles victory. It's been like 4 years or so.
Yeah, he's got a whole year to figure it out.
You got any tips for old John there?
Stay the fuck away from me.
Because the losing streak will continue. Is that what that is?
That's exactly what I said.
Okay. Well,
hey, cheers to that, eh?
Yeah, I guess. Sure. Are you okay there, Ray Jr.?
Smooth.
Or El Heel de Ray Jr. I don't know.
That was an interesting flavor.
Not a fan, are you?
Oh no, I'm a fan. I can push through.
Okay.
I just didn't expect it to taste like that. Orale.
What did you think of the contract signing
Hold on,
that
give me a
was
minute.
on next? Between it's for the Universal and Winged Eagle Championships between Cody Rhodes and one Kevin Owens.
Well, speaking of washing a taste out of my mouth, pretty good segment, pretty standard. But they put on a lot of heat there.
Yes,
You got a lot of heat out of that one. Shawn Michaels was a good addition.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, not much more you could say about that. That seemed like a SmackDown segment.
Yeah, there we go. Cool. Right on. That's awesome. I don't think that segment would have been out of place on any SmackDown, which is great. I think a lot of television storyline beats hit on that show last night, and it's good because I missed SmackDown this week, and I only caught like maybe two-thirds of Raw. I wasn't sure, so I felt like I missed out on a little bit. So watching the show last night, I feel caught up now after watching it. I'm like, oh yeah, right on.
If you drink it straight down, it's not bad. Just
Okay.
don't keep it in your mouth too long.
Well, it is non-alcoholic Corona. So.
It sure is. Orale.
They did something I've never seen during this. After the contracts was signed, both belts were confiscated and raised above the ring. And I'm like, that is really old school. I like that. That's like taking a page out of the Crockett playbook or the AWA playbook back in the day or something. That's fun. It's old school wrestling. I like that.
My only issue is they're not going to be fighting for those titles in that arena. So they have to bring it down anyways.
Yes. So
what's the point of hoisting it up above the ring if they're not going to fight for it there?
Well, and they weren't there for any of the subsequent matches over top of the ring or anything like that either. So.
Right. So I don't know if that had the effect it needed.
Otherwise, Gunther could have grabbed the ladder and just climbed up and grabbed the other belt and said, "Oh, I got all 3 belts now, so see ya." You know.
Honestly, okay, hear me out. What I think would have made better television. If Shawn Michaels' duty his whole time was to get the 2 signatures on the contract.
Yes, that was his job.
That was mission 1. Mission 2 should have been to secure that he took both belts away and secured it.
Okay.
That would have been more interesting.
Maybe that's where you bring in the briefcase. That's the proper use for belted briefcase right there.
Exactly.
Lock them away.
Having it hang above the ceiling, I mean, I don't understand. They're not going to fight for it there. They have to move it away from the ceiling.
So Kevin cheap shots Cody, which leads to Cody nailing Kevin, and HBK hits a hometown sweet chin music to a huge pop. Probably the loudest pop of the night, but it is San Antonio, and he is their boy, so it's all good.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you really think Kevin Owens is going to beat Cody Rhodes?
No.
Absolutely not.
No. It's not. It's a foregone conclusion. No, it's not happening. No, not there.
Again, peeling back the curtains a little, but I'm starting to get a little disappointed with the predictability of what's going on in the show. You knew Sheamus wasn't going to win that title.
Yeah,
you knew Nia Jax wasn't going to win that title.
Yes, but we're still prior Rumble here. I would hold off on a predictability thing if it keeps trending that way, after Rumble through Elimination Chamber and stuff like that. I think that, with this, we're still kind of establishing who the players are here and that stuff. So I'm not as bullish on that as other people are. So I'm very still kind of conservative at that point. So.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, fair enough.
But you're fucking wrong.
I'm
kidding. It's your show.
Yeah, you're something. I don't know if it's wrong or not, but anyway. Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu was up next here. This was 2 big meaty men slapping meat, as Big E would like to say. Yes, it was.
Good friend Big E.
Yes,
big meaty men slapping meat. This kind of match.
9 minutes, and they're giving Strowman the official victory online due to disqualification, but this was establishing Jacob Fatu as a main event threat on SmackDown, which I believe they've done a great job of.
2 things I didn't like.
Okay.
The finish of the match.
Yes.
Braun Strowman went down injured again.
Mm-hmm.
He's had more comebacks than me.
How many
And I've
times?
had surgery 5 times in my left knee.
And how many? I think it's like closer to 9 now for you, Ray, but I don't know.
Those are confidential.
Oh, or maybe they weren't all surgeries on your left knee. I'm not sure. Anyway, but
You had to be there to know. I'm only admitting to 5.
yeah.
But Braun Breaker again. Not Braun Breaker. Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Too many Brauns.
There's too many Brauns, yes.
Braun Strowman goes down. Injured again.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that. How many times is he going to come back? How many times is he going to do a comeback?
Braun Strowman? I don't know.
They keep breaking him down and he comes back again.
Well, yeah.
You see how slow he was doing his train run around the ring? It's getting slower every time.
Yeah. Yeah. Big guy's kind of starting to get a little slow out there. So that's maybe he has to lean down a little bit, speed up a little bit. But let's see. But I thought Jacob Fatu looked good though.
He looked great. I was going to point out the other thing I didn't like. The end of the match. They called it off because he kept doing a hip attack to Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been a knockout victory.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were calling the match.
The referee called a stop to the match. Your winner by TKO.
Victory, yeah, TKO. Yeah,
it's not a disqualification.
It's a referee stoppage.
It's a referee stoppage, which is a victory for Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu, yes. So why they're calling it for Braun Strowman and a disqualification? Good point. I have no idea.
Exactly. If Jesse the Body were out there, oh my God.
Well, he was on the Okerlund block. He was watching it. Him and Tess.
We forgot to go back to the last part between Sheamus and Braun Breaker, where he had a problem with Sheamus losing the match because of the 1-2 and then foot on the rope.
Sure. Yeah. That was that's indeed correct. There was a foot on the rope just prior to the finish of the Intercontinental title match. Yes. Jesse, that
Jesse took umbrage with it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
because the referee had counted his hand to 3 and then caught the foot.
He didn't like the ref the entire match. You heard him the entire match. It's like the ref is slow. What's going on?
He's strict on his referees, and sometimes I think we should be too. They got to be held accountable.
You guys got to hold the refs to a higher standard. Yes.
Too many times I've been beaten up in a corner because he didn't see the tag.
Has to do that. Yeah.
How many tag matches have cornered me?
Mm-hmm.
My partner trying to help me out. He gets. Oh my God. I'd only need 4 surgeries if I had those referees accountable.
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
But going back to this match.
Mm-hmm.
Good hard-hitting action for what it was. Good exposure for 2 monsters on the television.
Yes.
For the viewers at home. I'm not sure if Braun Strowman looks better after this, though.
I don't know. Yeah. Definitely not. I think, like I said, I think Jacob looks way better after this. Yes. But
Jacob looks better.
He looks better.
What about Strowman?
But Strowman, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. I think, Strowman looks slow and weak out there.
He got exposed a little bit.
Yes.
I don't think, not that it wasn't fair. I mean, locker room. But it's not good to show him in that kind of light.
Mm-hmm.
They call him the monster among monsters or monster among men, whatever.
Yep.
And they made him look weak. They made him look slow. They made him look older than he is. They made him look injured.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll jump to the main event slot, the last match of the evening, I guess. And this was for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso taking on Gunther for the championship. Nope, that's the wrong one. Where is it? There it is, right there. Boom! And this thing ran. What was the run time on this? The run
you meant Booyaka.
Booyaka, 619. It's 1640. So almost 619, but no, it's 1640 for the run time for close. This for Gunther, who defeated Jey Uso via pinfall. The third spear attempt for Uso got countered into a power bomb. And then the second power bomb, netting the 1-2-3 for Gunther. Good match. Post-match, a nod of respect by Gunther to Jey after, as if it's just to say, okay, I finally got you finally got my respect there, dude.
At least for the moment. I don't really trust Gunther on that level.
No, of course not. But I don't know. There seems to be not cracks in the armor of Gunther, but they seem every single title match I've seen him lately, he seems human. He does seem beatable.
I'm not sure if he looks beatable because he always wins.
That's true, but there's opportunities to get him.
Okay, I see what you're saying. He doesn't look dumb. Here's the thing. On the flip side of that, did you really think Jey Uso was going to win that match?
No, not at all. Like I said at the beginning of the show, there's title matches on this show, but realistically, no titles are changing hands here.
And I can understand the disappointment online about that.
Yeah.
Because again, it is predictable. You already know the outcome of the match before it happens. You're just kind of along for the ride, but you know where it's going to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the best wrestling is always going to be unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen.
That's right.
We didn't exactly get that tonight out of any of the matches, and especially in this one. You knew Gunther was going to walk away the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes.
Did they put on a good match? It was pretty good. A lot of chops.
Tons of chops. All the chops you can handle. Pork and otherwise.
Sorry. I'm getting a little PTSD from thinking about the Great Khali. I've been chopped by the best, man.
Yeah,
Khali.
Yeah.
Big Show.
Yeah.
Ric Flair.
Yep.
Every monster's chopped me. Oh my. It's a wonder I haven't had surgery on my chest yet.
So, well, we rank these shows out of 10 usually, and taking it into account and affect anything and everything that's happened. What would you give the show out of 10 from last night?
All right. I'm going to give it a 6.19.
Oh, hey. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So just above average. So there we go. And
it is, but it truly is actually a fair score because although I enjoyed it, I can't really tell people to go back and watch this one like there's anything special going on.
No, not really.
Its rewatchability isn't quite there. So it was a fun show while you watched it, just something to see.
Yeah.
Replay value, not there.
Not there. Not compared to the first one. I think the first one has a lot of replay value to it.
Oh, absolutely. Even that opener between Drew and Sammy.
Yes, you have that. And, the main event itself between Cody and Kevin was good. And
watching Hulk Hogan get booed.
that was Netflix. That wasn't Saturday.
Oh, sorry. You're right. That was
Netflix.
Speaking of which, where was Hollywood?
At home.
He was scheduled to be here for months.
Yes, but his daughter planned or just happened to have a baby with her husband this past week. So he had family commitments in air quotes.
And he didn't know this.
I think the last
Saturday night's
baby
main
was
event
happening, but
since the last Saturday night's main event, he was booked for the show.
Yeah.
I think he felt the pressure.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
whether it be from the fans or from CM Punk and the fans.
The only thing was a cop out for the old Hulker there, Hulkster. Feel free to comment in the comments below.
Plus, I don't think he'd be able to face Jesse Ventura in the same room ever again.
No, of course not. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me?
That'd be like seeing Cornette and Russo.
Yeah. I'm going to give the show a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I thought it was a really good television show, really good weekly TV. It would have ran good on SmackDown, would have ran good on Raw. It was a very good show. Kind of a good, I would say that this was even a good go home for the Royal Rumble, which is happening next weekend. So
we still got 2 more shows until the Royal Rumble.
Exactly. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on both those shows. I guess we'll probably get maybe some reveals this week on who's number 30 in each Rumble, maybe potentially who drew number 1, some more storyline play between Cody and Kevin, because what happened on Saturday night's main event isn't going to be the last thing to happen here. I think they've got 2 shows to really play along with some stuff.
By the way, I already know what number I'm going to be, but I'm not going to tell.
What about Jacob Fatu and Solo? He didn't say "I love you, Solo" on his promo, so I don't think there's any love for Solo anymore.
Really? I didn't even catch that.
He did. Yeah, he did not. There's no "I love you, Solo."
That's going to be interesting to see what happens with they don't even call them the bloodline anymore. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, that's a thing. They're kind of a country upon themselves, but they're not the new bloodline. They're not the bloodline. What are they? Who knows?
I guess we're going to have to wait and see.
I guess we'll wait. There we go. There's the intrigue for this week. What's happening, right? So is there clean play? Where do you think you fit into things, Ray, for next weekend for Saturday?
Hey, like I said, I already know what number I'm coming in the Rumble, but I'm not going to tell.
Oh, either 6 or 19.
I really hope it's not 1. I've
9.
done it before, but that was 2006 ago.
That's almost 20 years ago, dude.
Don't remind me.
I know.
I've been at this thing a long time.
Exactly. So, well, I tell you what, I know your schedule is busy, so I will let you go, Mr. 619, Rey Mysterio, and we'll play something quickly here, and then I want to see if TL is beating around here because I want to get some Rumble predictions from him before we go. Oh, you know what? Quickly before we go, we got to do our match of the night poll here. For Saturday night's main event. So anyway, so I do it usually through my social media here through at Kellen Nitro. It is at Kellen Nitro basically everywhere, but the poll is on X at Kellen Nitro. And the match of the night went as follows. So Braun and Sheamus won with 50% of the vote, over half the vote, with Rhea, Nia, and Jacob and Braun kind of tied there for a second. But 50% of the vote was Braun and Sheamus last night. So
again, with your fan base, I'll have to agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Exactly. So you really like Nia and Ray or Rhea as the Ray like Rhea.
I'm Ray.
Yes.
She's Rhea.
Rhea. Yes.
Right.
Right. So no favoritism there, obviously. None.
What do you mean?
Well, because she was Dom's ex and that stuff, and
like I said, we have things to work out.
Dom threw her to the curb, so now she feels slighted. But does she?
I have a lot more sympathy for her, but we have a lot of things to work out, me and her.
Ah, okay, a lot of sympathy.
But we'll do it civilly. It won't be done in the ring.
Exactly.
No need for that.
All right. Well,
you don't want my Rumble predictions?
Oh, okay. Well, what's your Rumble predictions? Yes. Go
for the men's Rumble. Yours truly.
Of course. That's kind of favoritism.
It's not favoritism. It's confidence.
It's fact. Okay, sure.
It's confidence. It's legacy.
Yeah.
It's the will.
Yes.
The determination
mm-hmm.
to be the best once again.
Yeah.
Okay, but if I'm being real, it's probably going to be, I don't know. Probably CM Punk.
Who do you like on the women's side?
Charlotte Flair.
Okay, yeah, she's coming back at the Rumble. Yes, we've seen the vignettes on SmackDown and on Raw and everything. So yeah, it's definitely coming back. Charlotte Flair making a return. It's probably a strong bet in winning. So
what are the other predictions?
We just have that 2 out of 3 falls tag match so far between the Motor City Machine Guns and DIY.
Motor City Machine Guns.
I think the Machine Guns take that one too. Yeah, and then Cody versus Kevin for the Winged Eagle and Universal title.
Cody,
in the ladder
sure.
match.
Hands down.
It'll be a good match. It's a ladder match, so I'm really interested to see how Cody works in the ladder match. Yes, exactly. So.
Well, we've seen it in a different company, but it doesn't count because it was in a different company.
That doesn't count. Yeah, for sure. So, nope, exactly. Well,
all right. Well, vaya con Dios.
Yes, take her easy. And you know what? If you're leaving, I'm just going to flip on a video here, a video transition of one of our favorite hits, and then I will see if Mr. TL's around and get his thoughts on a couple of things here as we go forward.
All right. Have a good one. Salud.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Rey Mysterio, Mr. 619, joining us. And we'll hear from Mr. TL right after this. This is Nitro Takes Live on Nitro Maniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited. The standoff, the quote-unquote standoff, well, let's just call it what it is. Sherry basically hitting on Ultimate Warrior in order to blackmail for a title shot.
No sense. None. She calls him out at the beginning to get him to come to the ring by calling him yellow and calling him a coward. Warrior, you won't come to the ring, warrior. You yellow warrior.
Which leads to probably.
And then he comes out and she's like,
Yeah.
I'll suck your dick, warrior.
Yeah, well,
There it is.
Look at the smile.
You know what's happening here.
Yeah, I mean, I have no words for this. This is it is
No.
what it is, folks.
The crowd popped and she went to her knees because they were like, are they doing this?
Can you put that back up for a second, Kelly?
Yeah, definitely.
Look at this guy. This the guy that looks so uncomfortable behind him. Look at the guy in the green shirt. He's kind of like, I don't know. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You can tell that guy was like, you know what? I'm out. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to the bar.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Meanwhile, the one guy holding the Hulk Hogan shirt there in the background is like, whoa, cool. Are I going to see boobs?
Oh, they're saying
do
boob,
porn
right?
on
It's
the
coming from the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
This is
She,
why
like,
you don't do
takes-
steroids, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. She takes his jacket off, which is why it's down at his arms in that photo.
Yeah.
And like playing with his nipple. I'm like, the fuck is going on here?
This is the worst temptation scene. Like, this is to seduce the Ultimate Warrior, and it kind
Yes.
of worked to
You
an
get
extent.
him there by calling him a chicken
Ah.
shit, and then you drop to your knees and beg him for a title match for Macho Man. I respect you, Warrior. I've always liked you, Warrior.
And then I like how he
God.
just goes, no, and then he just leaves.
That's after he almost has. That's after he almost has the aneurysm as he spits and then he's like,
Yeah, like creams in his pants, and then he fucking leaves. And then she stands up like, well, I tried. Sorry. with
Yeah.
that thing.
But Savage is epileptic in the back too.
Oh yeah.
He said no. He said no. And he starts trashing stuff and just
Nobody says no to the Macho Man.
Nobody runs says out.
no to the Macho Man. I'm gonna throw you into the door.
Macho King running down the hallway is fantastic because he has all the grace of a three-legged gazelle. And he's kind of like doing this down the hallway, like pushes the door, and he's like, oh, "Where is he?" I'm like,
well,
this is the worst thing ever.
And the thing is too is he takes and this is proven is that he took the wrong turn in the back arena, and so he ended up in the middle of the crowd out of the dressing room. So that's why he has to run through the crowd, up through ringside and out and up by to where so there's the entrance, and then there's the stage off on the left hand side, right? And so he should have hung a right. Instead, he took a left and ended up, completely where he should have been.
Yeah, because he cuts to the crowd to the platform where they were doing this whole promo.
Yeah,
which is, I guess, today would have been the left of the stage.
Yes,
of like today's setup.
And that's why you have that awkwardly long thing of Sherry just on her knees screaming "Warrior" for like a minute and a half, because the camera's trying to pick up where Savage is, but they're like, we don't see him. Where is he? And then all of a sudden, oh, there he is. Like it's like hard. Is it hard to find somebody with like a freaking pink baseball or a cowboy hat? I should say in task. Oh man,
that was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
A classic moment for sure. Hey, we're back live here on Nitromaniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited. TL is here, Mr. TL. You just missed him again.
Yeah. Why is there beer spilt all over the bar?
That was
what the hell happened here?
That was Ray trying, or Mr. 619 rather trying a Corona Sunbrew, I believe, and it didn't end up to his liking. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he spit it out all over my bar.
You'll have to go back on the replay and see.
How did you keep getting in my house?
He told me he got access from you. He said that it was cool. So
not the front door because I have a key for that thing. Did you go out the window?
I'm not. I think he did. There's a window near you, right? So he
Yes,
kinda,
the patio door is right there.
yeah. I think that's where he left.
Good Lord. I need better security around here.
You sure do, yeah. He kind of just popped in off the top of the show, and he did the review of the show with me. So we're done with that. We've done the show review.
Well, listen here.
Unless you have
I
something
didn't
you
know
wanna
we
say.
were potting right now. I thought we were on for 9 o'clock our time zone.
Uh,
So my computer is already set up on the bar here. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I look in the screen and there's you.
yes, we're already
Hey,
live. There's all the
already
people.
live, already the show in progress. We're 45 minutes in. We're done.
Mm,
I look at my phone, and apparently the show started an hour ago.
yes.
What kind of shit is this?
Well, we discussed that we were going to start after the last football game went off the air. The last
I
football game
am
went off the
getting
air.
a new security system, and Rey Mysterio is not coming back in my house. Not after this. Come on.
Yeah. Well, hey. That's something you have to discuss with him and with the powers that be here. So that's exactly it. So,
The Lords of Land will know about this.
but while you're here, I'd like to wish.
yeah.
I'd like to pass along. We're going to hit on some quick housekeeping things and get some opinions out here quick before we sign off for the evening with WWE and otherwise here a little bit. But first of all, happy birthday!
Oh, thank you for making that public.
Yes, I won't say what day it was, but it was
Okay,
your
but
birthday
yes,
weekend.
thank
so
you,
there we
thank
go.
you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, exactly.
Appreciate it.
So I hope it was a good few days for you. Few days.
It was amazing. It's been an amazing weekend, barring this part, but I mean, it's been amazing.
I think in the grand scheme of things, it's very minor. So I think you're good.
Oh, I'm
So-
sorry. Do luchadors just break into your house and take over podcasts at random?
I can't say as I've had that issue. No.
Well, when you do, you tell me if it's just a minor thing.
That's not an invite for Penta to show up or something like that.
I think you'd like it. I think you'd like it if Penta showed up and took over your podcast.
I don't know.
By the way, I can't get that clip out of my head of the behind the scenes of Penta doing his debut on Raw and he's talking with Ray.
Yes.
I don't know why. It's just the way he says "see." It's stuck in my brain.
See.
No, it wasn't that. It was like Ray was like, "Was that your daughter in the front row?" He's like, "See, see." I was like,
He's crying, poor guy.
I think he was crying.
I think he's crying.
But the way he did that, I was like, "Ooh."
Well, we'll tell the Undertaker here to rest in peace. As we're done with everything for the.
"Damn right."
There we go. Down like that. That's it. News and notes here. WWE. Well, some news coming out from Wrestling Observer and a few other websites. WWE experienced a 37% drop in people who watched from the debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix to week 2. Is that something to be concerned about or not really?
It's probably a more realistic number for what they're going to have going forward.
I think so. Yeah, you're going to have
That's
an
also
inflated number anyway. From
the
off your
first
show.
the first show was like such a big spectacle, and the amount of people that they brought out.
Yes,
And the second week, it's like we're going to have the women's IC title match. I'm like, word.
Here's the leftovers from what we didn't get to the week before. Basically, is what it was. So
Exactly.
yeah. So from all accounts, they're happy with what's been going on. So that's that's something. And if they're happy, then all right, they're happy. That's it.
You know what? I'll be happy when we wrap this thing.
Aw,
Well, we're almost there. Come on.
we are almost there.
Let's finish it off strong.
I was going to ask you if your opinion on the WWE on Netflix has changed. I know last time you said that it was like it's still kind of a little janky for you, but
I found a way. Watch it after it's aired, and then you can skip out all the stuff in the middle, and it's beautiful.
yeah, you can fast forward through it.
Yeah, so you can catch up within half an hour.
It's like a PVR. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
beautiful
for sure.
loving it.
Absolutely. And Rumble next weekend. We kind of got Ray's predictions while he was in too. He kind of did your entire role.
I don't care about that.
But are you looking forward to this year's Rumble, or is it just kind of eh? for
I
you?
am, because I genuinely don't know who's going to win the men's.
Yeah, same here. Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
But
here.
I do have a prediction.
Okay,
It's a little
Let's
off
have
the board.
let's have it.
For the women's, I'm picking Becky Lynch.
Okay,
Not even slated, but I think she might show up.
Okay, yeah.
For
there's
the
rumors.
men's, Kevin Owens.
Okay. You're taking wow, okay. So you're taking Kevin Owens as the winner for the men's Rumble.
I think he's going to pull something where they have to keep going with the storyline, where he loses the match against Cody, but then enters the Rumble or takes somebody's spot and then ends up winning it.
Could you say that maybe he takes like a John Cena spot or something like that, potentially?
Hey, I mean, whatever gets him more heat and gets him back in the ring with Cody, the better it is for KO and the more exciting it would be or entertaining.
Have the title match instead moved up from Mania and have it at like Elimination Chamber and then have Cena interfere in that. Or even
Something
on
like
night 1 of WrestleMania have it and then Cena and Owens go night 2. That could work too. So we'll see.
Yeah, as I'm saying, like the possibilities are endless. They've got enough time to do some stuff. But what a wrench in the cogs it would be if you had Kevin Owens win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Everybody would be like, what the hell?
Yeah. So I'll go over my predictions quickly on the matches here. I feel like with the 2 out of 3 falls tag, I think it'll be Motor City Machine Guns. I think that Cody obviously will retain over Kevin Owens in the ladder match. And that leaves the 2 matches for the Rumbles there. On the men's side, I was leaning towards Punk, but I'm not. I'm going to go – I'll go dark horse and say John Cena as the winner for the men's Rumble, even though I'm not sure if people will debate on how much of a dark horse that is. I think that I think they're going to launch into something pretty major with Cena, whether that's, a Rumble win or him being the runner-up or something or somewhere along the lines. I think that they're going to definitely get people thinking and talking about him winning number 17. That's the thing. That'll be the thing all season, all year with John Cena is, can he win number 17 before he hangs it up at the end of the year? So that's one thing. And then the women's Rumble to me is wide open. So it's going to be very interesting to see where they go with that. They do have, like you said, a number of fresh options coming back into the company, with Becky Lynch potentially coming back.
Just say Bianca Belair.
We heard Charlotte Flair earlier too, with all the with that. Man,
You're stalling. You're stalling. Who are you picking?
If I have to pick one out of it, I'm going to pick with the momentum that she's been getting on WWE TVs, since basically losing the title. I'm going to say Liv Morgan's going to win.
You.
I know. Yeah.
Gross.
It's a little bit of a cop out, but I think Liv Morgan wins. But I think also that we potentially see her shifted to SmackDown. I don't think that
for the sake of the product, I hope you're wrong on all accounts.
Yeah, exactly.
On everything. I just hope you're wrong.
Yeah. But however, if Charlotte Flair does return, I think that all momentum falls on her side. And I have to side with Ray, who said Charlotte Flair earlier. I'm more apt to side with him. But if I had to pick a name, it would be Liv Morgan. So
I don't care what that messy luchador likes.
Well, where can we follow you on the socials if anybody wants to take umbrage with the limited amount of time that you've said?
At TMLoutan. I want the smoke exclusively on Twitter. X.
Mm-hmm. There we go. You can follow me everywhere at Kellen Nitro. X, Facebook. Well, not Facebook, sorry. X, Facebook is the channel name, just Nitro Mania TV's Wrestling Unlimited. We got the X gimmick, we got the Instagram deal, we've got now Blue Sky. However, you search up on Blue Sky, it's still Kellen Nitro everywhere. Not really, no.
TikTok?
Soon.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, soon.
Vine?
No. We're not on MySpace either, unfortunately. I know, right? That's but anyways, I'll let TL clean up the mess on his side, and I'll catch you guys next time here on the channel. Oh, by the way, I guess we can make this public. The next show in Classic Nitros Take Live has been picked by CraigPFraser. He has decided to roll with WWF SummerSlam 1998. So that will be the next show that we do on the channel. So stay tuned. That's coming some point in soon.
Sounds good.
Sit down and get it going, but we have to actually sit down and watch these shows too. Yes, exactly.
SummerSlam 98.
SummerSlam 98 is what he selected. Yes. So stay tuned for that coming on the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, I should say, later days, happy wrestling watching, and we'll see you next time here on Nitro Maniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited. Do take care for myself and Mr. 619 and Mr. TL.
I don't like that guy.
Bye.
You got the little man, you got the big man, and you got the bigger man.